Hi, thank you for joining me today on my channel for another sketch layout. Today we're on day 12 of the 10 more days of sketches. And the sketch that I'm using, I'm pretty sure that it is also from Citrus Twist. I'm a big fan of their layout sketches, like a huge fan. I just love the simplicity of it, and I love that you can change them around and make them your own, and there's so much leeway in their sketches. There's so much more that you could add or even take away if you wanted to, so hence my love for them. So the collection that I'm using is the Maggie Holmes Willow Lane collection. Now imagine my surprise when I went through my scrapbook stash and I had an entire collection of this untouched. And I know I've used it, so I must have gotten it in a DT and then bought it on my own as well and then never touched it. Can you believe that? So it was like hitting the jackpot, and I did not put it back in the hoard vault. I actually left it on my desk because I plan on using it again in this series someplace. So, okay, so I'm rambling. So you can see there that I'm using my Recollections just cheapy watercolor set, and I'm just adding some light aqua and some of this like royal cobalt blue, and I'm just creating a background. Now this is not in the sketch. There are some paint splatters, but they're not actual, like there isn't any watercoloring or mixed media on the sketch itself, but like I always say, these sketches are just a guide. So I really wanted to make this my own and in my own style. So lately I've been doing a lot of watercoloring on my projects. It's become my thing. I've evolved, and this is my thing now. And so I've evolved from just the paint splattering to now adding watercolor on most of my layouts. Now, that's not to say that it won't change again, and who knows, but we'll see. So the sketch shows that there are 2 photos, and I have 2 photos to sketch. However, I decide that I'm only going to use 1. And in place of the other photo on the sketch layout, I'm going to still add that space, but use something else in its place. So you'll see what I mean when I get there in a few minutes. So I'm going to scrapbook a photo of my daughter. This was shortly after surgery last year, and she had a tonsillectomy, so which means that she got her tonsils removed, and she was just sleeping so peacefully, and I snapped this photo, and she was hugging her, her name is Miss Bunny, and so, you know, she came to the hospital with us, and she slept with her bunny in her arms. So it was just a sweet little moment of my girl resting after surgery, and this is the photo that I'm documenting today. So here I am, and I've chosen papers that I'm going to layer with, and so layering is definitely one of my things. I've discovered that this is my style. I've been doing it for years, what seems like an eternity, and so this is not out of the norm for me. I go through the paper stack, and I go through, you know, paper pad and see what I like and just pull papers. And in this case, I've decided to continue with that royal cobalt blue color scheme, and I'm adding some yellow and some text paper as well, and just doing some layering. Now my paper is a little warped because of the watercolor paint. I did my best to sop up as much as I can, but considering I'm a little bit of a lazy kind of mixed media scrapper, I don't gesso, which, you know, sometimes it works out okay, and sometimes my paper is totally warped, and those are probably the things that I don't show you just because I'm not entirely happy with them myself. So all I did was pop up my layering pieces, including my photo, on some foam dimension, and I've stuck it down on the background paper. And now I'm just shopping through the ephemera pieces. This is the ephemera pieces, and I'm going to choose some pieces that I feel work with my layout. Now I wanted to use all the things and I reserved myself because this layout itself is very minimalistic in style, and so I didn't want to go crazy and totally veer, you know, in a different direction from the sketch itself, because the whole point is to use a sketch. I did make it my own. I did add elements that are totally, you know, Lina, and you would do the same for yourself. So, I mean, if your name is Shannon and you do what Shannon does, that layout is all now Shannon, right? So, I mean, make it your own, do what you do, adapt, but use the sketch as a jumping off point. Now here I took a frame from the 12 by 12 chipboard set, that yellow mustardy colored one, and that's what I'm going to use in place of the second photo that's supposed to be at the bottom there. Then there's also a piece of ephemera there that says dream, 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 and I thought it was fitting since my daughter is sleeping in this photo, right? So that other cream frame is an element in the sketch as well, so it's perfect that I found that within the ephemera pieces as well. Now I'm a big fan of butterflies. I didn't think I was until I looked back at some of my layouts, you know, a couple weeks ago, and I thought, wow, I really do use a lot of butterflies. Now I don't know if it's because they're just in a lot of collections, or it just is what I do. I haven't decided yet. So there you saw that I just took some metallic gold thread and I just created a little nest, and I glued down the butterfly on top, and now that's not going anywhere. So I think now I'm going to work on my title, and in the 6 by 12 stickers there is a title, or a set of words that says dream, and so I find that fitting as well, again because my kid is sleeping. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and glue it all down with my fine line bottle that is filled with Scotch Quick Dry. And so this is, I have sausage fingers, and so I always find something like this a little more than it has to be, a little more work than it has to be. I know a lot of people use tweezers. I just never got into the whole tweezer craze. I just fumble a lot. And so yeah, and you're gonna see how I kind of fumble my way through this one as well. I'm using the tiny alphas. This is also going to be part of my title, and the dream part is coming from the 6 by 12 sticker sheet, but then these tiny alphas will say a little dream, so dream a little dream. And these stickers are super cute, but they're little. They are teeny tiny. So they were a little bit of a pain in the behind to glue down and maneuver, but I did do it. Go Lina. So I think it helps as well to have the fine line bottle filled with glue, so that you're not trying to use a big nozzle of glue on there. And you know, I'm still messy to begin with. You know, I'm still messy, so you know, I did get glue everywhere, but you know, it is what it is. Not a huge deal. So now you girls, you ladies, you gents, whoever is watching should be super proud, because what did I do? I stepped away from my layout and I went to go and journal on my computer, and I printed it out. So I know that's big. So the sketch did call for that. Ordinarily I would just kind of skip that, but I thought, you know what? Let's push myself out of the comfort zone. And so I just wrote a quick little, you know, blurb there that says, peacefully resting after surgery, a big day for you as you had your tonsils removed. And I'll read the last sentence to you. Moving forward, brighter and healthier days ahead, my love. So just something short and sweet. And in the back, after this layout is dry, I will write just some more important details, like the date and the hospital that she was at and what was happening, and you know, that's how I do my own journaling. I'm taking pieces from the 12 by 12 chipboard sheet as well again, and I'm going through and I'm picking out some of the puffy hearts and puffy stars. Those were also in the 6 by 12 sticker sheet as well, so just adding some more detail. Also adding some Heidi Swapp Color Shine, of course, to finish this all off. I just adore the way this layout came out. I think it's one of my favorites that I've ever done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Give me a big thumbs up if you can, and I would love if you guys subscribed if you already haven't. All you have to do is click the red button. And if you can, turn on notifications so this way you'll always be notified when I have a new video out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.